Thank you, everyone. Good evening. For years, I tried to prove to people in my business that I was strategic. I would write learning visions, create strategy slide decks, create long business cases for my complex programs, all to prove that I deserved that seat at the table. But none of it worked. In fact, the feedback I got from my leaders was, can this all just be a bit simpler? And I realized I was approaching strategy backwards. I was trying to convince my leaders that I was strategic rather than just doing strategic things. The challenge with being strategic in L&D is that it's a lot. Our jobs are really operational, right? We're delivering stuff all the time. We've got lots of stakeholders that are interested in what we do. And yeah, it's a lot of work to then add in a shift in mindset, in approach on top of that. It's unrealistic. It's like trying to build the plane and fly the plane at the same time. So the question I kind of landed on was, how can I be more strategic, but with less effort? And the answer to that question is what I want to share with you today. Okay, wasn't the slide I was expecting, but we'll roll with it, So, oh dear. So, so what was supposed to be behind me was like a park with, you know when you walk through the park and there's the path, and then there's like the cut through, right, there's the short. Does anyone know what the name for that is? Sorry? Yeah, desire path, exactly. Yeah, I knew an L&D audience would have my back with that question. That was just an absolute home run. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a desire path, right? It's not the path we've paved for people, it's the path people want to walk. And I call this approach paving the desire paths of your organization. We're typically kind of encouraged to think in vertical silos, right? To think about career progression within departments, from individual contributor to manager to leader. And that's fine, but we know that is not actually how careers are built in reality. It's a top-down view of the world. It's where we think people should. It's how we think people should progress their career. It's the paths we pave in our organization before anyone's even walked on them. Paving the desire paths is looking at it the other way around, and it's trying to notice where people are already moving and helping them get there quicker. The good news is, it's easy. These paths already exist in your business. All you have to do is notice where they are. So I don't actually know what this next. Yeah, okay. No, it wasn't meant to be that either. This is why you don't change your presentation after sending your slides in. So anyway, the way I did this in Foundry, the first transition we noticed our customer support people wanted to move into our quality assurance roles. And they were perfect fits for that because they spent all day working with our customers, learning how to use our products. So they knew in depth how they worked. So they're perfect candidates to test them. But what they lacked was the technical testing skills. So we paved the way for them by putting some technical testing training in and providing some mentoring. And what we were able to achieve with that were 6 internal moves over 3 years, and that saved us $20K against our kind of bottom line costs. So after that, then we looked for the next opportunity, which was actually our QA engineers wanting to move into software engineering. The problem was they didn't have any programming languages. So we paved the way for them by providing some Python training to help them start to get some programming skills under their belt. And the people who were most successful with that, we then put them forward to a C++ coaching program. to help them continue their development. And it's in the early days of that program, but we got that signed off really quickly because we could show our CFO that the program was going to deliver 10 to 20K for the 2 hires that we expect to bring in every year. And on top of that, we're going to end up with engineers who actually know how our products work and how our customers use them. And I can't hire for that. Those people don't exist in the market. So we're creating unique talent for our business. So let's see what's the next. Yeah, okay. No, not that. So that was meant to be like a DIY, do-it-yourself paving YouTube video. If you get me. We've all seen them, haven't we, right? Yeah, yeah, exactly. So how could you do this in your organization? It's 3 conversations. Speak to your people team. Find out what internal moves in your organization are most common. Find those like career success stories, those people who have reached the top of your organization but stayed there the whole time. They're your desire paths. They're the paths that already exist. Next, speak to your recruiters, or if you use recruitment agencies, speak to them. Find out what the most challenging roles they have to hire. That's your opportunity to add strategic value. And then finally, speak to the managers of those roles, because the skills overlap, that shows you where the potential is to remove friction and start to pave the way. Final slide. Oh, this is actually better than the slide I swapped out for. So in summary, being strategic isn't about strategic ideas. It's about doing strategic things. It's about solving business problems, finding opportunities to add value to our organizations. And by paving the desire paths of your organization, you've got an opportunity to add value without big budgets, without massive programs and long rollouts. So I encourage you all to find the desire paths in your organization and start to pave the way. Thank you.